Hello beautiful ones, and welcome back to my channel. I hope that you have had a wonderful week. I am going to be sharing with you a get ready with me video this week and showcasing some of my new makeup. Can you believe it? I finally retired the Urban Decay Naked Palette. And so I'm going to be doing a little bit of an elevated everyday look. So this would be something that I would do, maybe not quite for filming a video, but if I'm going to be meeting someone for lunch or doing a video call or something like that, yet I can still wear around while I'm wrangling my 10-month-old. So that's what I'm going to be sharing and talking a little bit about 3 things that I'm kind of working on to take the most advantage that I can of the remainder of 2022 and get ready for 2023 on my level up journey. So before I dive in though, I want to welcome you if you're new here. Thank you so much for joining me. My name is Leisha. I have been documenting my personal leveling up journey since 2020, and I cannot believe it's been over 2 years since I have been just intently focusing on leveling up, transforming myself from broke beach bum into a feminine, elegant, and affluent woman. If you have not yet subscribed, I would love to have you join me officially. Every Sunday I typically upload a video and I don't want you to miss it. I really enjoy connecting with you all and just sharing so much back and forth on this level up journey. So hope to see you then. So something that I realized as I was journaling this past week is that I have been on this journey officially now for over 2 years, and that just feels, it sounds like a short amount of time, but it also can feel like a long amount of time. I think especially this year has just, I cannot believe that it's already October. So next week I will share a video about my 2-year update and reflecting on what I've accomplished and sort of where I want to go in my 3rd year of leveling up. So that'll be next week. But again, today I want to share sort of 3 things that I want to focus on, or some ways that I want to take advantage of the remainder of this year of 2022, because the end is upon us. Can you believe that? It is crazy. So I'll be getting ready. Like I mentioned in the intro, I have some new makeup and I'm so excited that, you know, I mentioned before, I mentioned on my Instagram a while ago that when I first bought these products, you know, I bought these from, we have a local beauty boutique that focuses on sort of low tox, clean beauty across, you know, skincare to even makeup. And you all know that my Urban Decay Naked Palette has been so well loved for eyeshadow, and I've been using the Huda Beauty Legit Lashes, which actually I found a mascara that has more clean ingredients than the Huda Beauty does, and it's also a little bit costs a little bit less. So that's a win in my book, and I didn't want to share all of these in a video though until I had at least, you know, a few months or so to try them and to wear them. And I just love these. Like I have delayed going to cleaner makeups for such a long time just because I typically, you know, would wear these all day, you know, and I want them to last. I don't like when you have that oily feeling on your eyelids, especially. That just really bothers me. And of course, skincare is very important to me. So that is the gist on what products I'm going to be using. Of course, they will be linked all down below. Oh, I forgot to mention this Multistick that I purchased from the same beauty boutique, but it is the brand Ilia. And I will go through and show you all how I'm applying that as we're chatting a little bit. So let's go ahead, and I need to start getting ready. Okay, so the first thing I wanted to mention that I'm focusing on again is I'm still working on ingraining habits into my day-to-day, especially with my life circumstances changing for me so much this year. The habits that you create in each life stage, again, will continue to add up, and you know, the ability to show up for yourself just further shows you how valuable you are and worthy of leveling up. And so you can build upon that, right? And I talked a lot about self-respect in my last Get Ready With Me video, actually. So I was reminded when I sat down to think about this I was reminded that leveling up again is as simple as deciding to respect yourself, and all the decisions that you make, whether it is setting boundaries with people, whether it's the clothes that you're buying, deciding to get up and put on at least some makeup for the day, regardless of whether you're headed out or not, that all starts with deciding to respect yourself. And so I think it's very important for me to continue to form those good habits, and with 2 months-ish left in the year, it takes on average 21 days of doing something consistently to form that habit. And so why not just go ahead and keep focusing on that, right? So I love this eyeshadow palette. It is the Perez, I think that's how you pronounce it, eyeshadow palette. It's a Chamomile eye palette in Beautiful. And so I still love to kind of apply it with the same method, where I use a darker shade on the crease here and the outsides, and then I'll fill in with a little bit of a lighter shade towards the center and the inside of my eyelids. And again, full disclaimer, I am not a professional makeup artist. I try to spend a little bit of time watching YouTube tutorials on how to apply makeup, but I'm definitely going for a little bit of speed here and not complete perfection, since this is just an everyday look. I spend a lot more time on my makeup when I'm going to an event or going out and stuff like that, so something to keep in mind. And then I do love to have a little bit of a brow bone highlight up here, because I think it opens up the eyes a lot more. So again, quick recap, the first thing that I'm going to be doing for the remainder of the year is continuing to ingrain these habits as I have been adjusting to motherhood, and it still can feel like a challenge to do simple things like put on makeup every day, some days. Okay, so as I go to put on now a little bit of brow powder, because my microblading, I have still not been able to get touched up. I cannot have it touched up until I am finished with breastfeeding, and I do anticipate around maybe 12 months, so in a couple of months we may be ending our breastfeeding journey, so that I can have a little bit of a chance to get some things done beauty-wise that I've been wanting to do, some treatments with, of course, microblading, but also some skincare treatments that are hopefully going to work on this scarring that I still have here on my cheeks. And with that being said, that's something that I just wanted to briefly mention. But I'm going to apply this brow powder. It's by RMS Beauty, which is a fantastic line. I think that this is a very generous amount. Like, this is probably going to last me quite a long time. I can't remember how much I paid for this one. It's a dark brown. I can't remember how much this one was. I'll look it up on their website and include it in the description below. But if you are working on your brows still and you have to fill in a little bit, that's okay. I fill in mine some. And so along with this, the second thing that I wanted to mention that I'm going to be continuing to do, and this is just an all the time kind of thing, is just continuing to feed my brain and to educate myself more around leveling up topics and developing my time management skills, my professional skills. I do plan to keep up a lot of those that I was using in my project management career. There are still some technical certifications I'll maintain, but I have to admit right now, motherhood has been such a learning curve for me, and a lot of my extra time that I spend learning things is I'm learning about motherhood and things that are related to caring for my baby, because there is so much that I feel like I need to know. And so, think about how much time you could allocate, or ways that you could spend listening to an extra podcast, or reading a book, or taking a course if you want to sign up for a group program or something to further your knowledge and I think that's a wonderful thing to do in the last couple of months of the year, especially as, you know, I'm planning out some things I want to do in 2023. We have some very exciting things that my husband and I are working on together. I'm just gonna wet my beauty blender here. And I want to be prepared for that next year, but it is, that's an area also, we're kind of looking into some real estate things, and so I want to be prepared if we get an opportunity to go in that direction to continue building our wealth. And so that's sort of on top of mind now. It's almost November, and so I think it's the perfect time if you have sort of that timeline where you like to start some new things in January and you want to be ready. Now is the time to work on feeding your brain, leveling up, and I do still wear the NARS. I'm not quite out of this tinted moisturizer yet, but I am getting to the bottom of this, so I will be moving to a different brand, I think, and trying that out. So still on the NARS, but yes, so, you know, think about some resources. I'm finishing up a book called Deep Work, and that has given me a lot of perspective and some items to take action on when it comes to my ability to focus and to get things done, because it's hard some days when I think my daughter's on a schedule and I can sit down and have focus time, but she continues to challenge me in my ability to plan and manage my time. So I'm having to get even more ruthless with what I'm giving my attention to, and that takes a lot of discipline. But again, that's a great book that I would highly recommend if you're kind of working on the same thing in your leveling up journey and working on trying to focus. Here's my foundation and my skin. As I get ready to put on sort of my cheek color, this is the Multistick from Ilia, and this is shade In the Mood, which is kind of a peachy shade. I haven't tried one of these shades in quite a while, but you've seen me wear this now in several videos because this is what I have been using for the past couple of months. So the third thing that I am working on focusing more intently on, I kind of alluded to that when I was talking about building habits and also working on furthering my knowledge, and that is to plan. I know that, you know, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. That's kind of a cliche phrase nowadays, but I think that it is so true that I need to continue making time to schedule and approach my weeks and my days, and I'm trying to coordinate even more closely with my husband on caring for my daughter now. So that is something I've gone through several videos about how I approach each week and day and month and kind of think about planning out my activities around leveling up to go alongside living my actual life. But those videos I will link down below if you want some more in-depth feedback or insights there from me and sort of my background and experience as a corporate project manager. That's kind of how I approach planning out my goals and living my life. So that may be, again, something that I feel like has been challenging, going from that frame of mind as a project manager to motherhood and not being able to have as much ability to plan with a child being involved. So I'll be honest about that, you know, but I think that there is still so much within the last couple of months of the year we can plan for. So one of the things that I think is really, this is like a prime season to take advantage of in your leveling up journey, is we have sales that are coming up that are going to be giving us an opportunity to purchase some things for our wardrobe, or even buy some new books, or if you're working on elevating your home and your surroundings to feel more elegant, there's going to be all kinds of home decor and furniture and stuff like that on sale. So that is something that I have on my radar, are the sales coming up for one, and then also all of the holiday social events and networking events are going to be back in full swing this year, or they should be, I feel like. And so what an amazing opportunity to take advantage of being able to go out and do some networking, right? So I think, you know, those are definitely things that we can put in our calendars and we can sort of plan to take action on and enjoy this season as part of our level up journey. Finally, I will leave you with this as I wrap up here with my mascara. So I realized this year, especially as my daughter's gotten older, I can walk such a thin line between overloading myself and pushing myself in my level up journey. And thankfully, where I have, you know, worked with my husband on taking a step back from my sort of contributing to the income responsibilities with my career and work and everything, you know, I still feel like I get excited about projects and I want to see us hit these, especially financial goals, so badly that I will overload myself very easily. There's a thin line. And so perhaps, you know, this year, even though you have some things you're passionate about doing right now, perhaps you simplify. Perhaps you take a moment and you just relax and maybe just practice the things that you have already worked on this year, and you don't try and, you know, make the most of squeezing out every single moment that's left in the year, right? While you may have some things for 2023 that you're planning for and you're looking forward to, it may just be that you take some time to relax and just reflect and enjoy the fruits of your labor and what you have worked on. And so now I usually curl my eyelashes. Let me do that really quickly. So maybe that is something that is how, you know, you go about spending the rest of your year. And I think that's good. I think if you're burnt out, you don't want to go into 2023 completely burnt out and just leave everything behind and almost take 2 steps back when you've come such a long way. And so think about that a little bit. Think about, you know, if you are just like me, I feel like I underestimated being a working mother and how challenging that can truly be. I'm going to be styling my hair in just an elegant low bun today because this is the day before my wash day, which I do still wash my hair on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and sometimes Sundays. It just depends on my workout schedule and how much I sweat. And then I will do an extra wash if I feel like I have a lot of sweat going on. So that is the end. That's where I want to leave you. As far as, you know, whatever life stage you're in goes, I think there's going to be those 3 things that I'm focusing on. I think there's going to be something in there for all of us that are on a level up journey and want to continue to, you know, either take advantage of the time that we have left or just enjoy what we have done this year. And so for me, you know, those are the 3 things, and depending on how I feel come the end of November, I'll evaluate and see, you know, is December a time that I want to take and just reflect and celebrate my daughter's first year of life, celebrate my next trip around the sun, or completing my full trip around the sun, because our birthdays are 2 days apart. So that is going to be something I will probably strongly consider. And so wrapping this up, this is the finished look for today. I like keeping just a subtle look with these products, and they wear so well. I am very impressed, especially with the Eyeshadow brand. I'll link all of this down below so that you can take a look and consider what you want to add or upgrade in your makeup routine. But I love this. It's not too much. I didn't do an eyeliner. I will add that this Multistick is a very nice just kind of lip color, a lip tint as well. I prefer when I'm dressing up a lot more to have a brighter lip than this, but this is a little bit more of a natural shade, I think, for me. So I do really like this look, and that's where I'm going to leave it for today. So next week I'll share my 2-year update on my level up journey, which have some exciting things to talk about. And I hope that you have a wonderful week. Let me know down below, what are you looking forward to doing in your level up journey for these last couple of months of the year, and I would love to encourage you and cheer you on. Thank you so much for your encouragement in my video from last week. That was truly almost like an off-the-cuff, heart-to-heart video. I just wanted to share that and encourage you all, you know, any other women who are kind of in the same place. And with that, I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you have not yet seen one of these videos here on the screen, I would love to meet you there, and I will see you next week. Have a good one. Bye.